Welcome to Recovery Dharma. My name's Josh. I'm one of the facilitators here at Soul Center. And here at Soul Center, we explore monthly topics um, that gives us a full 4 weeks or so to really dive in and chew on various ideas. For the year 2026, Julia has gone ahead and laid out all 12 months of topics, which are a getting back to basics Buddhist primer with the Four Noble Truths, followed by the Eightfold Path. And so here in the third month, we have landed on the Third Noble Truth, which traditionally is that uh, there is a path to the end of suffering. And Julia has reimagined some of the terminology um, with these Four Noble Truths, with the third noble truth being that harmony exists, and that harmony is a means by which suffering may be reduced or ended. And suffering itself in this Sangha, we've kind of reframed to discomfort. So while not denying the existence of suffering, making it a little more accessible day to day as discomfort also kind of brings to focus it's not just the terrible stuff, but just all of the discomfort that comes with being human, um, and recognizing it and understanding that there are ways to its end. Um, I've been thinking about this a lot, and last night at the meeting, there were some shares that really drove home what I'd been chewing on for a few days is that spectrum of suffering and discomfort. Um, this is a recovery program we're all in. And that by nature, every face that I see on the Zoom thing here, I imagine has had more than their share of discomfort and suffering. Um, I have had my share. One of the things I really appreciate about this Sangha is that I don't hear a lot of wallowing or war stories. It There seems to be an attitude more of positivity and exploring ways out of the suffering. And from a personal point of view, it seems to be working very well as a recovery program for me. But I was also thinking about some of the really intense suffering that people go through in this world that I don't want to call habit energy, addiction, substance use disorder, elective suffering. But the suffering that some people go through with disease, war, uh, loss that's, on grand scale, natural disasters, where it's so far out of an individual's control that it's being able to handle that with these tools requires a level of, uh, I don't know if you'd say mastery, but I feel very fortunate that I have not had to go through what so many people have gone through with suffering. And that when I put that in perspective, my substance use disorder really does seem almost it was elective suffering. And not to minimize or diminish any of the negative impact that had on myself or the people around me. Um, and I know it's not easy. It's really, really hard, but we're very, very fortunate that we have this community. We have these teachings, these, really, really old lessons that we can fall back on and learn, that shows us a path to something better. Um, the third noble truth teaches us that identifying the roots of the suffering is the path towards what we're talking about with harmony. Identifying these cravings and attachments that us humans have, whether it's for drugs and alcohol or food or behavior for attention, um, seeking or avoiding. Knowing the root is a great way to, rather than just soothe the suffering, is figure out a way toward the end of it. Um, and it's made this particular practice for me has made a softening of my habit energy suffering. I've described it as straightening the curves or rounding the corners in a way that has not made my problems go away, but has given me an understanding of how to behave with some wisdom, a little more patience, a little more softness and compassion, both for myself and for others, that has created a harmony in my life that I'm very, very grateful for. And I was going to do something a little different tonight with our meditation that uh, I was actually inspired by one of the Sangha members here who led a couple meditations doing different things, so telling stories and whatnot. She knows who I'm talking about. So tonight I was going to ask everybody to take a little more active participation in the meditation. And I'm going to ask Lo to unmute the Soul Center. As we're recording, I don't want to unmute everybody just for privacy and also to avoid any, if there's a Zoom bomber hiding out there, we'll keep it somewhat civilized. But I'd like to do a few things if we can. Starting with just if you're in a position to sit, join your hands in front of you, clasp your fingers together, and now, with your fingers clasped the way you did it naturally, change the position so that they're in a different way. And notice how that feels in your hand. With your eyes closed, does your hand feel like it's nesting together in harmony? Does it feel discordant? Does it feel uncomfortable or unsettling to have it that way? And then, if you can, with your eyes softened, if you're in a position where you're sitting, start tapping your right foot in a 3 count. And tap your foot, thinking to yourself, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And with that, with your hand clasped in that way, and your right foot tapping 1, 2, 3, start tapping your left foot 4, 5, 6, but at a different pace. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you'll join me, if your birthday is on an even month, like January being month one and March being March, the third month, start saying A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. If your birthday is on an even month, start saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, D.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A, B, C, D.
A,
B, C, D.
A, B, C.
A, B,
Is
C,
it
D.
even or odd?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5.
5.
1, 2,
1,
3,
2,
4,
3, 4,
5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4,
1,
5.
2, 3, 4,
1,
5.
2, 3, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A, B, C,
1,
D.
2, 3, 4, 5.
A, B, C, D. A, B,
One,
C,
two,
Z.
three, four, five.
A, B, C, D.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now then, stop the tapping, stop the chanting. Bring your hands back together in the way that you naturally fold them together. And if you want to keep your fingers interlaced, or if you want to put them in palms together, simply breathe. Enjoy the silence. Breathing in. Reflect how that felt to you. Did you notice physical discomfort, emotional stress? Maybe it was fun. Maybe it was all of those things. How are you able to focus on one thing while trying to do the other? As you were doing those things, did you find yourself trying to match the other voices you heard or try to separate, do your own? As you breathe, just notice how your body naturally wants to come into a softer rhythm without the struggle. As your breath fills your chest, consider the harmony of the inhale and the exhale. Notice how easy it was to return to the harmony, how close it was. Your hands joined in this comfortable position are the same hands that were clasped incongruously. Your feet still and anchored to the earth haven't changed since they were trying to tap out of sync. If you'll join me for a round of 3 ohms, see how harmonious that cacophony can become. Oh,
Om.
harmony. Namaste, my friends. Thank you, Julia. Thanks for coming tonight, everybody. I'd like to close this out with a dedication of merit. May any goodness that has risen from this practice tonight become a cause for harmony. May all beings live with minds at ease, hearts in balance, and lives guided by wisdom and compassion. And may our thoughts, words, and actions begin to move together like instruments in one song. Namaste.